So here's what we want to be ready for. When this leg is up on the thigh, I want this sleeve. So when he grips my leg, I grip his sleeve. Now, I don't let him take the leg down. I bring his grip back to my left hand. So now my left hand has a four-fingered grip of his sleeve. And you do it because I'm using the push against him. So as soon as that hand goes, we make four-fingered grip on the outside. I retract my own leg to set in my grip. Once my grip is set in with a four-fingered grip on the outside of the sleeve, we replace that leg again. So now I put my leg back up on his thigh. But now there's a big difference. I have his far sleeve. So now we have some options, okay? Number one, we're gonna hit a very, I like to call it very old. It's a sweep that I learned only in my blue belt stages, but it's a very good one in this scenario. I'm gonna reach up around Lance's back and grab the middle of his jacket. It will behoove you to make this grip rather than the collar. Will the collar work? Yes, it will. It will, especially in a competition when I just kick his leg out and yank as hard as I can. It will probably sweep him, put him face down. But when we land, you may not land favorable. So if I hold the collar, when I land, this will be loose. So he can fight his way up to a single, he can fight with me and potentially recover. When we land with the arm up over the back, you're going to land with a very, very tight cross space, and I'll demonstrate that for you now. So the thigh is back up. We reach over and grab the center of the jacket of the back, four-finger grip. I want to bring Lance straight onto me for the sweep to work. I don't want to bring him off to the side. I'd like to spin him so I can get everything tight when I land. We do need to make sure he goes over to this direction and does not go to the direction behind me or to my left. I want to take him straight over here. So we pull him onto us, which again loads him directly onto my shin to shin. We already know the power that shin to shin has. I'm not gonna feel his weight. We lift with our shin to shin, we push out the leg, and it spins him. And then because I've spun him, my right shoulder can engage in a very, very tight cross-face manner. Okay? And then all we need to do, it's a formality now, to drive into Lance, to let the sleeve go, and to now temporarily grip on the left-hand side on the same side of his body until I'm set, and then I can now change my pinning accordingly, depending on if he has underhooks, depending on what kind of grips that I want, depending on, it is gi, so we can hold on both sides. No gi, I would not recommend holding on both sides as much, but it is whatever you'd like to do from the cross-side pinning, as long as we keep in mind some of those principles of cross-side pinning. So again, I have shin to shin. I'm going to use this right leg as a way to get that arm. So it sets up my offense. It also is a way to stop that really quick loop choke. So he puts that hand on to push my leg down. I get the four-finger grip, and then I take my leg to my left hand. That makes my grip engaged on my left side. So for a moment, I have both hands on the sleeve. Now, this isn't going to stay like this. And mind you, a lot of times Lance will be stepping around the corner, so I will need to adjust again. I may need to adjust my angle to keep him here. I don't want him here per se, although we could spin underneath and some following techniques. But I'd like to do this particular sweep. If I want this particular sweep, I want to make sure I fix my angle. Foot goes back up on the thigh. I get a grip over the jacket in the center of the back, and then I bring him onto me, and then we push out this leg. And it simply spins him into my cross-face pressure. We drive. I fix myself. I make sure I let the grip go. And because he has some underhooking potential here, my left hand belongs down here. Okay, it's a good condition of cross-side to understand that my left hand belongs on this side of the hip if he has either one of his arms underhooked. And now I can let go, and if I wish, and then now we have head and hip cross-side, and we're ready to start attacking from the cross-side pin. So super important that we put the foot there. Very important that we use that tactic of the grip against him to bring it so we have two hands initially on that sleeve, and then we pull him on, spin him, and then we're going to end up cross-side. Noteworthy thing about this particular position is, remember, on your training partner, you have their hand stuck. So be mindful of that when you sweep each other. Put each other flat on your back, and avoid putting someone on their AC joint. It can really hurt their shoulder. So control your training partners when you sweep them. This is a dangerous sweep if you just recklessly put someone down on their shoulder. So make sure that you keep that in mind, to flip them over and then you land them safely on their back with a big crossface. Let's take a look real quick at what happens if we grab the collar. As I said before, competition and training are two different things. Competition, if you need to score the points, it will work. Is it going to land? Are you always going to land favorably? Probably not. And I'm going to show you why, even if we do this well, the looseness that happens. So I was able to do the same thing. I got his grip locked in and I just grabbed here. I settled for this grip rather than this grip. Remember, even if the grip takes you a second longer, most of the time when you have the grip that you need to have to make the technique work seamlessly, if it takes